Hey everyone, this is Nona from theonlinelover.com. I was looking through the internet and I saw that other people shared my confusion as to why Emma Stone is a flamboyant natural verified by the man himself. So I put some time into researching it, and I think this just further really emphasizes the truth that it's really hard to look at a celebrity isolated with all of their makeup, all of their styling, their high heels, their hairstyles, their angles, lighting, and tell what they really look like. It's very deceptive. There's so much going on, so many, controlled elements that are manipulated. It's just really hard. But when you look at celebrities next to other celebrities, I think it's a little bit easier to kind of get some kind of context and kind of calibrate your eyes to their actual lines instead of the implied lines when they're in isolation. So I look at her face and I instantly think, oh, some sort of gamine or some kind of classic. And in this picture, you know, she's isolated next to like Spider-Man. Who knows what Spider-Man's height or size really is? So she might as well just be standing by herself, with this very cute, very 60s style, very fun outfit. I would be convinced that she's quite petite, quite short, small, and very gamine-like. And in another isolated picture, I could be convinced that she's some sort of classic. Um, the wardrobe, the lines, the fabrics, the position, the pose, the cutoff, the possible Photoshop. So, furthermore, confusing me. But then I saw this picture and I looked at the body and I thought, oh, is this a picture of, what's her name, the singer Grace Potter, who I think is Flamboyant Natural? And no, it's Emma Stone. So let's just start off and look at her body. She has, pretty broad, wide shoulders. Her limbs are long and elongated, but they're a bit on the broader side. There's definitely width to her body. Her hips are not boyishly tapered. They've got more of that, natural kind of hip tapering. It's more tight, but it's still wide. And obviously, we can't really see her waist here, but I can kind of see her chest here, her bust line, and it is on the wider side. Now, looking at her next to another celebrity, I can put her more into context. She looks a lot wider than I thought. I always imagined Emma Stone as this tiny little creature that's very cute. I mean, she's still very cute, but she's a lot bigger than I thought. Because I never thought Jessica Chastain was very tiny. I always thought she was moderate to tall, and seeing them together really opened up my eyes. So immediately I noticed she was very broad, wide, structure from her cheekbones, her jaw. It is more bluntly cut. She does have more of that natural, meaty texture to her cheek flesh. And her nose is a bit more blunt. It's very to the point without being super pointy. It's, you know, straight from the hip, kind of one direction kind of nose. It's very prominent in that blunt, natural way. And she's just wider and larger throughout than I ever imagined. Looking at her next to soft, natural Jennifer Lawrence, I can really see the difference in their levels of softness. Jennifer looks really soft next to her, and Emma looks a lot stronger, more powerful, more wide, more blunt. Especially, I'm really noticing her cheek flesh, and just like the width and the strength in her face that I've never really noticed before due to styling, lighting, hairstyle. Here, she's next to Natalie Portman, and she just looks way bigger, way taller, She has a lot more face. It's definitely not as delicate. I really see the bluntness in her nose more. There's definite blunt angles going on in her nose, her chin. Um, her mouth is a lot more straight than Natalie's. Natalie's kind of curves out and has a little bit more of a deviated path, and Emma's mouth is a little bit more straightforward, and her eyes are a bit more on a straight axis than I realized. Here with Rachel Wise, she just looks broader, especially at the chin here. Bigger cheeks, just bigger than I imagined, more broad, more powerful. I've never seen her next to other celebrities, so I was really surprised that she looked this powerful to me. Here she is next to Brie Larson. Brie Larson looks a lot more narrow and like small and compact next to Emma. Emma looks kind of evocative of Xena here, Xena Warrior Princess here, of Lucy Lawless. She really has this vibe here, which I've never noticed or I would have never associated her with. And so here is just another picture of Emma just by herself, and I can see it more. I can definitely see the cheekbones are wide, the blunt angles, the straighter mouth. I don't see her shoulders here, but now I'm going to notice how wide her shoulder is. And I'm just going to picture her up here instead of like down here my height. I'm 5'3", and she's much taller than me. So I hope that was helpful. I know that Kibby says it is a parlor game trying to guess celebrities' types, and he's totally right. They're just so stylized, manufactured almost, that it's really hard to get a contextualized and neutrally calibrated picture of them. So I hope that was pretty informative. I'm having fun being surprised. And I'll talk to y'all later. Check out my site if you want to peep my blog or ask me to analyze you and tell you what I think. So, bye.